Thank you very much, Minister. Thrown into the deep end almost, just recently appointed Minister of Tourism, and here you are at World Travel Market. How's the experience?
The experience is very good. I think that one of the benefits of coming in and coming straight here is that you come with no preconceptions, there are no biases, and the purpose really is to listen to all the stakeholders, whether it be the tour operators, the airlines, and even the investors, potential investors, and the hotel owners. So it's been a very important experience to me, and I think it is something that would be something that is, I think I can go away with a lot having been here.
What have you learned in those few days as the Minister of Tourism as it relates to Antigua and Barbuda tourism and world tourism?
Well, the important thing I think is to understand now that the world is a lot smaller than it was a long time ago, which means it's a lot more competitive. And at the end of the day, we have to realize that the service industry, which is what it is, and we have to ensure that we offer the best service. We are fortunate in Antigua and Barbuda because our people are very warm, very welcoming, and that is our greatest asset. So even though you may have the great buildings, which we do have, at the end of the day, the most important factor is the fact that our people are amongst the best in the world in hospitality.
Every minister tends to come with his vision for his portfolio. What's your vision for Antigua and Barbuda tourism?
The vision for Antigua and Barbuda tourism, I think we have a fairly good platform to start with. And the idea is we've had some challenging times recently, especially in the month of September, as a result of global warming, which incidentally affects everybody, not just the Caribbean. The U.S. was hit in 3 places. So I think my vision is to ensure that we can grow the tourism industry in Antigua. We need to get let people know that Antigua is open for business. That's the most important thing. And then as we go from there, to ensure that we can convince them that when coming to Antigua is going to be an experience that they would really find would be worth their while.
You mentioned the September and the global warming, an obvious reference to Hurricane Irma that affected Barbuda, the sister island. Bring us up to date, if you may, on progress in the rehabilitation of Barbuda.
Yes, as you know, we moved the population Barbuda to Antigua. Luckily, it's just under 2,000. But it is one of those times where I think at no other time in my life I was proud to be an Antiguan. The majority of the Antiguans opened their homes and welcomed the Barbudans into it. Of course, Barbuda is part of the Antigua family, so it's not like they're immigrants, they're part of us. But irrespective of that, I mean, the overwhelming warmth, and I just told you about the hospitality of Antiguans, and that emphasizes it in a big way. We still have a number of Barbudans in 2 shelters in Antigua. We're working to see how we can even transfer them into places that are a little bit more permanent. In addition to that, we have managed to clean up Barbuda. We were concerned about the sanitary conditions there. There was a number of dead animals, a lot of stagnant water, so there were concerns about cholera. As you know, the school was destroyed, the police station, the hospital. We are now working to get a number of the homes that are not so badly damaged operational again, so we can start to move Barbudans back home. And we also have a plan to complete a secondary school. That should be completed, I think, within another 6 to 12 months once we get started. The funding is being put in place. It's a major challenge. But at the end of the day, home is home, and the Barbudans, by and large, I think would want to get back home. So once we get the infrastructure in place, I think the electricity and water will be back up within another couple of weeks. We started to repair some of the homes. The school should be completed sometime next year. The hospital should be completed also. These are priorities that we're working on. And all in all, even though we need the assistance, and international friends have been very helpful to us, we still need more, and need more, bring more awareness to the fact that it is a major challenge for us. But we are hopeful, and as our Prime Minister says, failure is not an option. So we're going to get Barbuda up and running very soon.
So in your estimation, when will they be able to go back home?
We anticipate that some of them will start going back home within another couple of weeks. The challenge, of course, is that because the school kids are now attending classes in Antigua, you find that the mothers would be difficult for them unless they go home for the weekend and come back on Monday. Most of them would probably be wanting to stay in Antigua. Plus, the hospitality in Antigua is so great that it's as though they're still at home.
Clearly, it's the hospitality in Barbuda has to be great when it's open as well. It's Antigua and Barbuda, isn't that what you just told us?
Exactly, precisely.
I've got to ask you, Minister, about this continuing verbal spat between Sandals on one side and the Prime Minister on the other side. As the Minister of Tourism, you've got to be caught in the middle of this, aren't you? How will this be resolved?
Well, I think the owner of Sandals is looking out for his shareholders, and the Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda is looking out for his people. So each of them are arguing and would want to put their arguments forward. What I can tell you is, today we had a very good meeting with the people at Sandals. The hotel is going to be open on the 17th of December. The bookings are right up, and we look forward to welcoming them there into Antigua and Barbuda.
So in essence, Sandals are welcome in Antigua despite this, as we said, very public verbal battle between Butch Stewart and the Prime Minister.
Sandals is a brand, Sandals is a hotel. Sandals has always been welcome in Antigua and Barbuda. At no time has Sandals not been welcome in Antigua and Barbuda. And as I said, we had a very good meeting today, and we are very confident going forward that it's going to be even bigger and better between Sandals and Antigua and Barbuda.
Thank you very much, Minister.
You're welcome.